Hello everyone, I'm Isaac Bradford, the creator of Filtraponics, and I'm here today to talk about myself, my business, and this YouTube channel, and what I'd love to talk to you about. So, I'm going to be a sophomore in agriculture and biosystems engineering at Iowa State University, and I'd like to talk a little bit about my history and where I'm going with it. So, when I was growing up as a kid, I went to the National Mississippi River Museum, the Science Center of Iowa in Des Moines, Iowa, the Science City in Kansas City, Kansas, and a bunch of other science museums, ecological places, conservation areas like Prairie Waters in North Dakota, and just getting to engage in science that entertained me and taught me a lot. And so that's kind of what I want to provide with my business. Now, how did I come up with this idea? Well, I already talked a little bit about my history, from where I came from. And when I was in 8th grade, I'd already been impacted by all these things. And so we had an invention convention, and using my history in this and a show that I had watched once, Doomsday Preppers, yeah, a little interesting. But so the family was creating a self-sustaining cycle for food and produce using fish and plants called aquaponics. And they use this to create a source of food for themselves and their family in a crisis, or in a hypothetical crisis. And I wanted to add water filtration so that you might be able to drink the water out of this system. And so that's where the Filtraponic came from. And fast forward 4 years later, I'm a freshman at Ag and Biosystems at ISU, and I'm getting ready to go along with my classes and learn a whole bunch. And I join a club where we have a speaker that says if you're going to start a business, start it earlier, start it as soon as possible. And so the next email I get that says business model canvas competition, I was like, well, this is related to business, so let's try it out. So I go there. It's something I've never done before, pretty interesting. I'd never hardly touched business at all, where we're talking about customers and channels, cost structure, everything. And we have to create this canvas and fill out a form that fits our business that we're coming up with. And so I didn't want to use my baby Filtraponic or anything like that. So I just came up with an idea, not really on the spot, but something I'd thought about before, and it adapted into something completely different. Didn't go super well, but I learned a lot, and it got me engaged in the ISU Papa John Center, which I had never heard about. But through this, I went to more pitches, and the next pitch I went to, I used my old Filtraponic metal cage that you guys can look up on my website through one of the first blog posts that I put up there. And I pitched my idea a little bit different than what I had before, not what it is now. And doing this, I learned more and more, and the judge there told me that I should try SciStarters. I had no idea what SciStarters was, but through more research and filling out the application and doing more pitches, I eventually got to get into SciStarters. I got accepted. And so this summer, I'm in SciStarters, which is a business incubator at Iowa State through the Papa John Center. And we have a bunch of mentors, and there's other entrepreneurs in the class or incubator with me, or class accelerator. And it's really great to get to engage in business concepts with people that are doing the same thing I'm doing, building their business, starting out. Others are farther ahead, getting more knowledge from other people, collaborating. And all of this is coming together to create, hopefully, what's going to be successful businesses for all of us and help us change the world. And I want to use my business, which is modeling the aquaponic system, but I would like to make it so that it's educational for kids in schools, because other kids that don't live in areas where there's all these science museums and they get to go, or maybe their parents just can't take them. And so I want to compile all the information that I know and all the information that I get from other people and everything all together, and make materials that would fill state requirements like the nitrogen cycle, water cycle, and basic ecology, food chains, and be able to make materials that are online, videos, hands-on, on paper, filling out worksheets, doing information, all this, and make it easier for the teachers, easier for the schools, and more engaging for the students. And if other people want to buy this, like parents that are homeschooler parents, and maybe just you just want to learn more about it. And so I want to be able to create these kits that are going to have like a fish tank and a garden bed, so that you have a full cycle, and make these kits easy so that you guys want them, and that other people will want to buy them and learn more about all these beautiful things that I get to see here in Iowa, and I know about, and I get to learn about. And as I learn more in college, I'll be able to make my materials even better. And so that's where I'm at with you guys. But I'd also like this to be a two-way relationship where you guys also get to help me and I get to help you. But if you have any information that you want to share with me, or any ideas or any contacts, like with elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, I would love to hear them. I want to know all about the science curriculum that other people have in other schools. I did go to 2 high schools, and I went to various other schools for moving around. But getting to know what these other states, or what other cities, even in Iowa, do to fulfill their state requirements to fit all these materials needs and all these concepts, and make sure that the kids understand them, is something that I'm passionate about making sure that I fulfill, so that they can be used in schools. And so that's how you guys can help. I'd love to hear from you. You can visit my website. You can email me from my email that's on the website. Just go visit the website. There's got a lot of stuff on there. I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. And I'll be posting more videos on here, videos that might just be from this beautiful outside. I'm right in front of a creek out here where there's minnows swimming around and everything. And it's just really fun to get to share my knowledge and my experiences with everyone else. So this is my first time really doing this kind of thing with my face on it. So if you guys want to, give me a call, give me an email. I'd love to hear from you. So thank you so much. Don't stop growing, and can't wait to see you guys around. Thank you.